Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm so happy to have a long form video. I've been shooting a lot of YouTube shorts and I really appreciate all the love and all the comments that you all have been giving me, and also the subscriptions that have come out of nowhere, which I really appreciate, even though it may be very small. But in the end, I'm really appreciative that you love my content. So today is a long form video to tell you more about myself and my brand and the content. I wanted you guys to know a little bit about me. I'm a work from home mom. I have a fabulous family that I absolutely love. I have a husband of 12 years. Don't tell him I forgot. 12 years. Or was it 30? Oops. I have an amazing husband. I also have two beautiful children as well. They're 1-year-old twins. I have a boy and a girl, Elias and Navi, and I absolutely adore them. But is it hard? Yes. Is it challenging? Yes. Do they make me want to pull my hair out sometimes? Yes. I just want to let you know that at this channel, you will see an authentic, real mama who's trying to survive just like you, but not just survive. We're going to thrive together as a community. I wanted you guys to know a little bit about me because I know that a lot of people have been relating with me with the shorts, and I wanted to put you in my life so you can see how it works for yours. So I am not your typical YouTube or influencer mom. I'm not going to show you the day in the life of me all the time or things like that, but I will be sharing about tips and things that actually work for myself, resources and things of that nature when it comes to children, when it comes to being a mom, when it comes to having that sanity, when it comes to having that mom reset. All of these things to help you thrive in your parenthood journey. So that's why I created this content, so that you can be able to say, hey, this person lives my life. Hey, I can relate with this person. Let me see what Pure V is talking about today, because I want to put some real nice raw content that you can relate with. You're like, man, you're in my mind. You're in my brain right now. Yes, I have been there where I'm crying in my shower, just releasing everything of the day. When I am trying to drink my hot coffee that I love to have every day, but it always ends up cold because I can't drink it. I'm busy. And then balancing out the two jobs as well as my twins at the same time. I have gotten a lot of backlash from family, from friends saying, how do you work two jobs simultaneously and then you take care of your kids? Your kids are not getting the attention they need. And then I used to really take that all in and let that sink in me. And I really used to think I was a bad mom. I used to think negative of myself. But then I remembered the goal. Remember I posted that? I don't know if you saw it, but it was a YouTube short. And I was like, no, my goal of having these two jobs is so that eventually I won't have these two jobs anymore. I'm building a lifestyle for my children so that I can be in their life more often. And having one job just doesn't sustain that for me. So that's why I have two jobs. Should I have to explain myself to people? No, I shouldn't. And did I used to? I did. Do I do that anymore? No, because you don't know what I go through as a mom, as a new mom of twins, and trying to learn and navigate and finding myself again and finding this new identity of who is Valencia. I mean, when I became a mom, I didn't even know who I was anymore. I definitely tried to fight to take a shower, fight to take care of myself, fight to eat something, because all of my time and my energy goes to my children now. And if you're a mom, I know you can relate with this. If you are a parent, a dad that is working a job or having a business and you're trying to scale it, what's more important? Oh, I need to be with my kids right now, but I have this call happening in about 20 minutes, but my baby is screaming. What do? Hey, that's when I have a playpen, I have toys, and I have Miss Rachel. So for all those people that were saying, oh, Valencia, you shouldn't put your child in front of the screen. Well, you know what? For all you moms that are able to balance out all of the things that I just said and not have a screen time for your children, hey, you know what? Kudos to you, but I'm not you, right? And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys out there that are struggling, listening to all this negative talk. They're talking, but they're not living your situation. And I had to remember that. You don't have twins. You don't work two jobs simultaneously. You don't have my life. So I created a system that works for my life. You create a system that works for you. This channel is not about telling you what you need to do. It's about, hey, this is what works for me. See if it works for you. I'm all about sharing what happens in my life and what actually worked and what actually did not work. There's so many things that I wasted money on with twins and I didn't even use it. There's so many things that I wish I would have had a lot sooner that I got later and then I had to throw away because it was no point at that moment. So that's what this channel is all about. Relatable content that you can take and actually use and actually see if it works for your family system. How do I work from home? 2 jobs with twins. All right. So from morning to evening, I'm not going to make this long. In the morning around 7:30, I wake up, shower, just have some me time. I'm trying to put in the gym again because I used to wake up at 6 a.m., go to the gym, come back, shower, have some me time, and then wake them up, feed them, and whatnot, right? And get on with my day. That didn't work. I was burned out within those 2 weeks, and then I started to wake up later and later, and I saw that I was pushing myself too much. I was overexerting myself. So I realized what I need to do is create a system that works for me. And I was looking up all these YouTube moms and these influencer moms. Yes, I was doing the same. And I was like, man, they're waking up at like 5 in the morning and they're doing this. No, like I'm tired. I work 2 jobs. Like I'm constantly on the move. I'm constantly doing calls. I'm constantly doing admin work. And I'm also taking care of them. And it was just too much for me to balance. I spoke with my husband recently and he was like, we got to create a system. And I was like, that makes so much sense. That works for my life. I realized that me working up at 7:30 in the morning works better for me and my twins and for my sanity. I'm going to always say that your sanity is so much important being a parent. I'm trying to tell you. So then after that, I have my time to myself. I feed them. My first job starts at 9:30. So I make sure I have about an hour with them. No screen time, an hour with them. And I'm playing with them, feeding them, changing them, put them in the playpen because they love to play with each other, which is awesome about having twins. That's a perk. Put Miss Rachel on in the background. It sounds like a daycare in my house. Love it. And then I sneak in the office and I work. My first job starts at 9:30. My second job starts at 11. And they both are based off of California time. I'm East Coast. So you can imagine I'm 3 hours ahead. It's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because I'm always ahead of time. But it's a bad thing when I'm trying to wrap up and people are still calling me because they're 3 hours behind. For me, it's 6:30. I'm getting off at one of my jobs. And for them, it's only 3:30. And then at my other job, I start at 11 and get off at 8. Yeah, that's pretty late. So in between that, what's great about my jobs is that they're very understanding of my twins and my lifestyle. And they are very understanding about doctor's appointments. They're understanding about if they're sick or if anything like that happens and I'm able to, and I need to step away, they know I'm going to get the job done. And I think that was my main priority of finding 2 jobs that work like that and not a job that I'm constantly on the phone or constantly doing something. If you are thinking about working from home and taking care of your kid, I'm not saying don't do it because I do it. It's very possible. And don't listen to the negative remarks. But what I'm saying is try to find a job that doesn't require you to be on the phone as much, because if your baby's crying and your baby's fussy and you're trying to do calls, and let's say you have a certain quota at your job where you have to answer these certain amount of calls, or those jobs like you have to answer at a certain amount of rings, you're going to get fired. I did get fired from one job. And it was crazy, but I had found another job that replaced it. And I was like, thank God. It was too much. It was very tedious. I had to do like engagement and all this stuff with people. And I had to like call these people all the time and engage with them. I was an engagement coordinator and it was a lot. And I was glad that they let me go because it was too much for me, but I still had that same job. And so I kept that job and then I found another one. The 2 job life for me works. I'm able to manage it. Am I able to manage it every single day without crying, without tearing out my hair, without not being able to eat, without screaming to the top of my lungs? Or no, it is not simple at all. But I created a system that works for moi. Make time for their lunch, and then I sneak away. And usually they have a morning nap or an afternoon nap. When they have that long afternoon nap, I take advantage of that and I actually use that time for my phone calls. I do my admin whenever they're actually up, moving around, crawling and talking. I just use my time wisely and I create those systems where when they are at their most active time, that is when I'm not on the phone. When they are settled, when they're resting, I use that time to be on the phone. And that works for me. I have my lunch typically around 4 o'clock. Usually I eat before that, but that's the time where I can actually separate and play with them. That's playtime, that's feeding time. So at first I felt very guilty of putting them in front of the screen sometimes with Miss Rachel or things like that. But as I saw them grow, their motor skills are perfectly fine. They're talking. They're not just babbling. They're saying mama, dad, dad. They're trying to walk. They are thriving. And when I realized that many people, they have their own standards of what they want for their children, and it doesn't just mean that that's a standard for me, then I realized that I can breathe better and I can be actually my authentic self as being a mom. I wanted to introduce myself to let you know what this channel is all about. And I want you to know it's going to get even realer than this. We're going to get into all the nitty gritty of being a mom, about being parents, about raising children. And I want you guys to realize that there's a big difference between those influencer moms that are posting on here and showing how easy it is to be a mom and dropping your kids off and having your spa day and having your day. I barely have time to get my nails done. I barely have time to get my hair done, my lashes done. I have to create time for that. And that time is mom time. That time is my time, my sanity time. That's why I want to tell you guys, yes, it's important to nurture and take care of your family. If you're a wife, yes, take care of your household. Your husband has his needs. Your children have your needs, but you have your needs too. Take care of yourself. How can you take care of your family 100% and nurture your family if you're not taking care of yourself and not nurturing yourself? This took me almost a whole 8 months to realize this. I would still get those massages after my pregnancy, and it became pretty expensive, so I stopped. But it was one of the most relaxing things because I had so much tension built up in my shoulders all the way down. The lady said my back was like a rock. Can you imagine all of this tension as you as a mom or as a parent keeping all of this here, and then you're still picking them up and doing all these things? You're going to burn out. You're going to crash out. You're going to lose your mind. And that's when another video will talk about postpartum depression. Yes, I had it hard. Yes, I even had therapy for it. Did I tell my parents that I was in therapy? No, because they would have probably made me not want to do therapy, which actually helped me. So all I'm saying is this is a safe place for you. This is a safe place where you can find support, where you can put a smile on your face again and feel like your authentic self. There are a lot of things I don't share with my family because I don't want to be judged. And guess what I do? I do my research, I trial and error it with my children, and I make sure it works exactly for my family. And I don't have to share every single thing with my loved ones, with my family, if I know they're going to be judgmental. And once again, for my sanity. If you don't want anyone to judge you as being a parent, you don't have to tell every single detail about what you do on a regular basis. It's only going to make it worse for you if you know that someone is going to gaslight you, they're going to put you down, they're going to judge you based off of what you do. You know what works for you and your family. So remember that, right? Remember that you are with your children 24/7. You are in that family system, so you have to find what works for you. I hope that you found this channel to be inspiring, to be encouraging, to be motivating, to not only just survive, but to thrive through your parenthood and motherhood journey. So if you love this video, please support me as I support you by subscribing to my channel and to give me a thumbs up so that I can continue to give you content like this, and so that you can always know that you can rely on Pure V to keep it real, authentic, and to keep thriving.